Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarious, and this video is your GTA Online Kortz Center Heist Elite Solo Hard Mode Guide for you, okay? We'll talk about a few ways to get this thing popped off, get it going, and get this started. If this video helps out, make sure you drop a like, alright? Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on future content just like this. You do not need to complete the Elite Challenge on hard mode for the Kortz Center Heist for the Tier 4 career progress. However, it does maximize your payout. You get a 10% bonus for hard mode for everything. So plus it's just an ego chow as well. Once you complete a Kortz Center Heist, you have a 10-minute cooldown, and then you have 48 minutes once that cooldown is expired to repurchase the heist, and that will secure hard mode for you. So I'll be going in the staff entrance for this run. So your infiltration gear needs to be the staff key cards, unmarked weapons. Go for the security loadout for all of them. That way you have access to a stun gun in case you want to use that. Just mix it up a little bit. They come in handy with the cameras for sure. Getaway vehicles, the Manchez or the chopper, probably be your top two getaway exit strategies. For your equipment, of course, access code, hacking device. And then honestly, for your optionals, all you really need are the guard shipments and the guard routes to make it a little bit more simple. Over time, you will memorize this. You won't need the guard routes. You still may want the guard shipments because using the pistols, the actual live ammo, this kind of does make it a little bit snappier, a little bit quicker to get through, just depending on your playstyle. But honestly, you don't even need the guard shipments either. So you could skip that. You could just stun or melee and work your way through. All right, but I will give you guys a heads up. Big learning curve with this heist. There's a lot of layers to it, and there's a lot of randomness to it as well, a lot of RNG, so just keep that in mind, okay? As long as you're not using a loading bay entry with the Alpha Male courier van, you want to use the Vigilante for your custom vehicle, and you'll see why here in just a moment. I'm sure you're already using this. If not, I mean, yeah, we found out real quick this is going to be the meta way to get over here to the Kortz Center. All right, so let's just go ahead and head on out. The clock starts right now. As soon as the banner drops, as soon as you hear the noise, the banner drops, clock starts. So 17 minutes. It's got to be 16:59. Go ahead and make sure you're using Richmond Villa as well. It's also the meta location for the mansions. And yeah, just use your vigilante. Just hit that jump, angle the nose up, and hit your boost, and you're right over here where you need to be. And if you're doing the sewer location, you can drive pretty much all the way into the parking lot right there, and you're good to go. So we'll have videos on that a little bit later as well. Let's go ahead and move on up right here. Sometimes the guards will be in different locations sometimes, so just mark out the guard as you see fit. Just make sure there's no cameras around. Let's go ahead and push on through. Again, pay attention to the cameras. And this is the thing, if you alert a guard, as long as you can murk them out or incapacitate them before they pop a round off, you're good to go. So you have a little bit of a leeway. All right, just get on through. Make sure that you just don't hit any of the cones of vision. You don't have to mark out that guy, but I do just for fun. Wait for this guard right here to post up on the side, let him get away from the camera. And what we found out is that as long as your gun is up, you can run through the cones of vision of the cameras. So keep that in mind. Of course, you don't want to stay there long, but just put the gun away, go straight on through. And this is how I get into the staff entry right here. Other people go through the parking lot in the back. That's fine. My crew members do that. It's a very good route as well. I just take it the same way as you would if you're going to the roof or the skylight entrance. I'm gonna go straight for the elevator. Solve this fun little code. Lovely. All right, got that taken care of. Let's go ahead and jump on inside. Straight to the basement. Take care of the vault with the lasers first in case we don't pass this. Just go ahead, do what you gotta do. Set up a fresh one. Mark out this guard right here. Pull up, careful, pay attention. There may be a different layout for the guards, and you'll notice it immediately right here. Check your left. And yeah, this is why I like the guns. You can just blast right through the glass. With the stun gun, you can shoot through the door window because there's really no glass there, but through the actual walls, those glass you can't shoot through. So if you're trying to be a little bit speedier, it's gonna help out. But again, you don't need to. You don't need to. All right, we should all be familiar with the fingerprint hack, same as in the casino. Same exact tiles, same prints. Nothing changes, so you should be good to go with this. If not, I've got videos, let me know. Now in hard mode, you have three fingerprint hacks you gotta take care of. And you want to be out of there around 36 seconds left. A little bit quicker, to be honest, but... All right, go directly to the table. We're going to disable the CCTV. Get the code memorized. We got 412048, baby. 412048. Say it in the chat. 412048. There we go. We got it. All right, there it is. Oh, overshot. No problem. Nice. All right, deep breath. Onto the lasers, right? And with hard mode, you do get some different laser layouts, a little bit more intricate. But take your time. You know, if you do fail, just kind of go ahead and finish the actual laser before, you know, run the whole gauntlet, so to speak, right before you restart if you have to, or complete the heist on out. All right, we should all be familiar with this one right here. It's got the vertical lines that come at you, and they rotate from on the corners on the left and right or down the middle. So you just time the first one. I'm just paying attention, trying to make sure I get it right. I'm going to let these ones right here pass. Sometimes you get stuck on that, the switch right there, and the vertical lines will sweep you and get you. So let those go. I'm waiting for these two to disappear right here, and we clear shot. Yeah, lovely, very, very clean, snappy, fast animation. Yeah, right. God dang, it took my character like 30 years to hit that switch. God dang, these lasers are ridiculous, man. I'm done. All right, just paying attention. Watch it, watch it, watch it. Not liking that. Too much time went by, so let's let it go. Oh, no, I'm going to run it. See, big mistake. I didn't like that. It's back on out. I knew that I'd be on that box, pulling that switch, and that laser would get me. So, when in doubt, just back it out. Push on the... Oh, see? Calmed out. Reset. Reset. Jeez. Now, I wanted to show you this unedited. I just wanted to let you know you don't have to be perfect. You got to be as perfect as you can so you can give yourself a little bit of time for mess-ups like this right here. Okay, and now that you know where the timer starts at, you can kind of time this on a stopwatch, your phone, your watch, whatever. And you just have a better feel for it. All right, there we go. Still calling it, still cutting it close. Still cutting it close. My character didn't take like 25 years to pull the switch like it did on the first one. All right, I gotta lock it in now. I spent too much time in here already, messing around. Okay, gonna make a move. You gotta pay attention to the sweepers that come on down. So I know that the sweepers are on the left and right, so I'm going to position that way before I duck down. Probably should have went over a little bit more, but I got up before the middle sweeper came through and then pushed on in. Bam, done. See, it's all good. Do your thing. Spent way too much time in there. I mean, that should have been about 30 seconds quicker, but that is what it is. Let's push it on in. All right, you guys should know the hack. Now I made a video about this for the hack, especially in a hard mode. Just break this into halves, right? The first 3 columns, the second 3, and memorize the dots on the first 3 first. Then you can shuffle or scramble. That use the AI scramble, so triangle or whatever button it is, Y or whatever it is for a PC. Then refresh, and then you'll have enough attempts. Just don't miss any of the blue dots. You have to memorize it. It'll blink 3 times at the end. Memorize that, put it in. Then you can scramble it on the midway. So we see this right here. Memorize the pattern. There it is. Third, first, second. Scramble. Hit triangle. There it is. Second, third, fourth. Bam. Done. Then a diagonal line. I really just memorized the pattern, like the shape, either in diagonal or kind of like triangle. There we go. If it helps you to put a number to it, that would have been 2, 5, 3. Right. There we go. I got that taken care of. Now we're in. All right, and take note, if you are timing yourself, you want to be out of the vault entirely or hitting the green button at about in between 9 and 10 minutes in that range, in that 60-second little space right there. All right, let's go to our primary target first. Oh, the worst animation ever. Oh my God. Hold R1, pop these clips. Ridiculous. But you know, this is very Red Dead. This reminds me of milking the cows and shoveling poo at the end of the game in Red Dead. So very similar to that. All right, take the painting out. Get the copy, the duplicate, the fake. There we go. Roll this. Yeah, rotate your left joystick. Speed that up, I guess, by a few seconds. Hey, every second counts, though. And then hammer back. This is ridiculous. 3 taps in the hammer. I mean, that is literally Red Dead right there. Red Dead 2. All right. Finish this. Ow, I hit my thumb. Anyways, though. All right, 4th clip back on. All right, let's make our way out. Again, make sure you're leaving the vault in a decent time, all right? You want to be around 9:45, 10 minutes in that range. A little bit over is okay, you know, but that's, you want to be in that 1 minute, in that little 60-second window between 9 and 10. Roughly in that range, all right? Let's get back in. I'm going to wipe the camera. Let's do that. And what I do is I wipe the vault CCTV footage, and then I also, one more time, I'm sure you guys do this as well. If you have a crew, you want to have someone down here as well, but I also want to disable the CCTV again, just to, you know, let me kind of move around the gallery a little bit easier, a little more simple, without being detected. All right, so I'll make my way back to the elevator same way I came in. Then I'm going to go to the ground floor first, just for the timing of the guards. Make sure I get these guys taken care of. You can start at the upper floor as well. If your entrance is on the bottom, you probably want to start with the top floor and then work your way down. For the buyer requested items that you need for Elite, the best layout obviously is when you only are required to get 2 of the items. They're typically just paintings. You just grab them and you're good to go. But if you have 3, pay attention to where they're at. And if you have anything that's hidden behind the shutter room upstairs, you can't get those. You got to have 2 players. The way to work around that is you'll have to get some randoms or some friends. They have to run a heist with you, and they need to clean that room out so nothing is there. That way on the next heist, it'll force your buyer requested items to be somewhere where a solo player can grab them in the gallery. Okay, so that's how you do that workaround right there. Now on the way up to the 2nd level, I found that it's easier to go into first person. It's quieter to go into first person, and then as you crouch, just run. So it kind of speeds you up a little bit. Be careful, even in crouch mode at first person, you can alert these guards by bumping into the rails. That happen as well. Make your way up here, and you have to be good with the gun. Get your double little headshot in there, because my secondary item was upstairs, but it was in this hallway. You'd have to be kind of quick about getting that guard. And then with this guard right here, make sure you kind of get lined up parallel to him, so his body will fall off to the side when you take a shot. Shouldn't fall through the glass, but just in case, right? This heist is very, very sensitive. So, going ahead and cut out my 2nd and final buyer requested item. And just pay attention to the cameras. The CCTV cameras are about to come back online, so pay attention to that little bar at the bottom right corner with your bag capacity. You just have to kind of pay attention to what you're doing. And don't want to take out too many guards. Do your best, if you do, to remove them away from the camera, so when they come back on, their bodies don't get spotted. Again, accessing the stairs, much quicker to go in first person. Move on down. So avoid hitting the rails and the walls. And I'm just going to pay attention to the cameras here. Watching the camera's now fixed. It goes back and forth on a conveyor belt, but you also have a guard right here, and I'm wary about marking that guard out. Maybe in that back corner you'll be okay. You should be fine, that back corner where he stands sometimes, but you just don't want to wait for him to get over there. So just doing, let's maneuver around him, wait for the camera to go. If you've got the key card, there's 2 ways to get out of here. If you're just staying on the ground, the key card and the actual key. The key is for the locks on the doors. The best way to go out is on probably the front or the bottom downstairs. And the key card is that you go on through. So that's something you also have to pay attention to as well. It's kind of RNG, how you get the key cards. Sometimes the guards don't have them, so you have a one way, or maybe you have both ways to exit: the actual gate or the service access where you came in at. Of course, nooses go through all that stealth, right? Just one heist, we get through all the stealth, and there's not one cop, and we just walk on out. It's all good. For the level of pickiness with this heist, so easy to get caught. We should just be able to walk on out of here. No problems at all. Put your weapon away. You can just walk right underneath that camera that's right there by you. And you want to move quick, but not too loud. You can alert the guard just by running. So pay attention to that. And if this guard right here is too close to you, you may have to murk him out, but do so before we get to that camera. It's right there on the left. But if it's far enough away, if your timing is good coming out, you should be able to make it right on down here through these steps. Murk out this guard. Then you can drop that camera right there if you need to. I do. You don't have to. I don't think. You should be fine. I've just been doing that. There we go. Camera's out. Again, watch out. Careful. There's guards up top. And when you jump on and start the Manchesters, which are right here at this exit, the guards do get alerted. Now, they don't spot you because you need to keep moving. So let's go ahead and listen to their voice cues. You see the cone of vision get big, but you're able to just keep on moving and get out of their cone of vision. It's fine. As long as you don't see that, you've alerted them, a little message above your radar, your map right there. You're good to go. You can go right through the cemetery. We've used that several times. The little gates that you can exit out if you want to as well. You can also go off to the right side where the road is. Just pay attention to the wall down here. I'll cut this a little too far to the right. You should go a little bit further out. And you can just, if you have the speed, you can just jump over the wall. But if you don't, you have to go just a little bit further up. About 10 more feet. You're good to go. All right, now just, again, pay attention to the cops. Not mainly because you need to get away from them, but you want to lose the cops so you can just arrive at your destination. And then again, pay attention to your timer if you have one on. And if not, again, you'll get the feel for this. It's repetition is the father of learning. So make my way on down here. And the way the heist works, you have to go a certain distance away from the Kortz center before you will actually lose the cops all the way. So it's kind of like a proximity, thing that they have with the actual heist itself. It's been used before with other things in the game as well. No big deal. Just understand that you need to get about as far down as like the marina area, or at least that same distance away from the Kortz heist, and you'll be good to go. But once you lose the cops, just go ahead and head on back to the lockup area. We'll make our drop off, and then we'll find out what the stats look like over here. See what the numbers are. There we go. Get the cutscene. Nice. The heist ends right there when the numbers, the HUD disappears. There we go. All right, outcome of our endeavor delivered. Solo, 401,500. Bonus loot, 631,500. Buyer's request, 731,500. That's complete. Time 16. Now you want to be around 15. The value loss limit, $0. I want to say the limit for that is 75 grand, I believe, is kind of what we're guesstimating. Accuracy, good to go on that as well. Buyer's request list picked up, so elite challenge, good to go. 831,500. Again, you want to be around 15 minutes for the heist. That's a sweet spot right there. I spent a little too much time in the laser vault, right? But I wanted to show you guys. I mean, you don't have to be perfect. Don't feel like you have to rush. You do have a little bit of leeway. Just make sure you have yourself a timer set up for the first couple of elites that you do. Just kind of get a feel for it, and then break this down into, break the heist into sections, right? You've got the entry. You've got the basement, the vault, you've got the lasers, right? You've got the blue dots, then you've got the gallery for your secondary, your buy request stuff. So have little time brackets broke down for it because you have layers this heist, and you'll be good to go. And you will have to restart a lot. Make sure if you do restart, just let EWO out and then quit out from the menu, because you will definitely possibly get into a bad sport lobby, so keep that in mind. So yeah, but you guys should be fine, not a problem at all. If you got any questions, leave in the comments down below. We'll help each other out here in the comments for sure. Thank you all so much for watching. You know what to do. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel for the illest reels content in the game. Smash that like button. We'll see you guys in the next video. All right, peace out. Yeah.